Walk into any Home Depot and you'll see orange aprons everywhere, right? Those employees aren't just stocking shelves and cutting lumber. They're watching customers make the same expensive mistakes day after day. And here's what nobody tells you. Some of the most promoted items in that massive warehouse are products that experienced buyers actively avoid. I've spent months digging through reviews, testing products, and comparing what actually gets returned versus what gets promoted. What I've found is going to change how you shop forever. We're exposing 5 items that insiders warn their friends and family to avoid, plus the smarter alternatives that'll save you hundreds while delivering better results. Trust me, that fancy display at the end of the aisle isn't there by accident. Look at the return desk on any given Saturday. The pattern becomes obvious. Certain heavily promoted products come back constantly. The same brands, the same complaints, the same customers who trusted the marketing and regretted it 3 months later. Smart shoppers know which brands break constantly, which tools can't handle real work, and which premium products are just cheap imports with fancy packaging and massive markups. The disconnect between what sells and what actually lasts is staggering once you start paying attention. Here's the thing about big box stores. They make money 2 ways: selling you what you actually need and convincing you to buy what makes them the most profit. Home Depot isn't different. Those end caps featuring premium brands at premium prices, that's prime real estate reserved for products with the fattest profit margins. Better options often sit 3 aisles over for half the price. The markup game is real, and it's costing DIYers and contractors serious money. But here's where it gets interesting. Return rates tell the whole story. Product failure patterns become crystal clear after analyzing thousands of reviews and return experiences. Professionals who actually make money with their tools share which brands failed them and which alternatives saved them thousands. This knowledge is gold, and most customers never think to research it. Well, you're about to get the full breakdown on what Home Depot's most promoted products actually deliver versus what they promise. The stuff smart buyers actually purchase versus what gets pushed during sales events. It's eye-opening. Starting with number 5 on our list, and this one surprises everyone. Those Husky tool storage combos that Home Depot pushes harder than free samples at Costco. You've seen them. Massive rolling workbenches with matching wall cabinets, usually displayed near the entrance with sale signs screaming about package deals. They look professional. They're Home Depot's house brand. So they must be quality, right? Wrong. Walk up to one and actually test the drawers. Now walk over to a Milwaukee or Craftsman unit and test those. Feel that difference? That's build quality you're not getting with Husky. Typical Husky combos with rolling cabinets and overhead storage run $1,200 to $1,800. Sounds reasonable until you realize Milwaukee, Craftsman, or US General Systems offer better build quality at the same price or less. Check the online reviews, and you'll see the pattern immediately. Drawer binding issues within 6 to 12 months of daily use. Those ball-bearing slides that should glide smoothly start catching and sticking. Users describe fighting to open loaded drawers every single morning. Meanwhile, reviews of US General Systems from Harbor Freight show fewer binding complaints after years of abuse. Those cheaper units handle the same weight and daily use without the mechanical failures that plague Husky cabinets. Here's what you need to understand. Husky markets itself as contractor grade, but grab a drawer and actually look at it. The steel gauge is visibly thinner than premium brands. Hold a Husky drawer next to a Milwaukee drawer. That weight difference isn't just metal. It's durability you're paying for, but not getting. The powder coating chips easier too. Check customer photos and reviews showing chipped edges around drawer pulls after normal use. And those soft close drawer mechanisms, search for Husky soft close failure. and see how many reviews mention them stopping within months, leaving drawers that slam shut like angry cabinet doors. At $1,200 to $1,800, you deserve Milwaukee's heavy-duty storage or Craftsman's industrial line. Both offer thicker steel construction, more robust drawer mechanisms, and warranties that actually protect your investment. Milwaukee backs their storage with limited lifetime warranties. Craftsman does the same. Husky offers warranty coverage, but review the claim experiences before counting on easy replacements. The smart move is skipping Husky storage entirely and investing in brands that professionals actually trust with their livelihoods. Your tools deserve better than an overpriced filing cabinet with decent marketing. Number 4 is going to make some people defensive, but the evidence is overwhelming once you look. Behr Paint. Yeah, Home Depot's flagship paint brand that they promote like it's liquid gold. The displays are gorgeous, the color selection is massive, and the marketing promises professional results. But search for Behr coverage problems and prepare to spend an hour reading complaints. Behr is middle-of-the-road paint sold at premium prices because Home Depot has you trapped in their ecosystem. A gallon of Behr Premium Plus Ultra runs about $45 to $55. That's the same price range as Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore, except those brands actually deliver the coverage and durability Behr promises, but doesn't always provide. Look at the one-star reviews on Home Depot's own website. What do they say? Poor coverage, color inconsistency between gallons, finishes that look great initially, but show wear faster than expected. Professional painters on contractor forums consistently mention using other brands in their own homes. The most common complaint? Buying multiple gallons expecting one coat coverage only to need 3 coats minimum to get acceptable results. Do the math. 3 gallons of Behr at $50 each costs $150 for a room that quality paint would cover with 2 gallons for $100 total. The problem with Behr isn't that it's terrible paint. It's that you're paying premium prices for average performance. Check Behr's coverage specs on the label, then read actual application experiences in reviews. That Premium Plus Ultra promising 1 coat coverage? Professional painters consistently mention needing 2 coats anyway, especially with darker colors or dramatic color changes. Try covering a red wall with light gray Behr, and you'll understand why painters charge extra for Behr jobs. They know it'll take more coats than advertised. Meanwhile, Sherwin-Williams Duration or Benjamin Moore Regal actually live up to their 1-coat claims, saving you time and frustration. Search for painter recommendations online and notice which brands they actually use versus which ones they'll apply if customers insist. The color matching is another documented issue. Multiple reviews mention batches that don't quite match, meaning that perfect gray you mixed last year might not match exactly when you need touch-up paint. Professional painters avoid this headache by sticking with brands that have consistent color formulation. Here's the insider tip. If you're stuck buying paint at Home Depot, skip Behr entirely and grab Glidden or their Marquee line when it's on sale. Better yet, make the trip to Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore. Yes, you'll pay similar prices, but you're getting paint that actually performs like premium paint should. You'll use less product, spend less time applying multiple coats, and end up with finishes that don't show wear patterns after 1 year. Your walls deserve better. Coming in at number 3, and this one generates genuine frustration when you understand the game. Those cordless tool combo kits that seem like amazing deals. You know the ones. Drill, impact driver, circular saw, flashlight, and 2 batteries for $299. Home Depot markets these aggressively, especially during Father's Day and Black Friday. The packaging looks professional, the piece count is impressive, and the price seems too good to pass up. Except these combo kits are often clearance vehicles for discontinued models or lower tier tools brands want to move. Here's how to verify this yourself. Check the model numbers in that combo kit against the current model sold individually. 9 times out of 10, you're getting last year's models or budget versions. The batteries included? Check the amp-hour rating. Almost always the smaller capacity ones that die quickly under heavy use. You're buying a starter set designed to make you spend more money later when you realize these tools can't handle real projects. Take a typical Ryobi or Rigid combo for $300. Looks like 6 tools and you're set for life, right? But check that drill's torque rating against their premium model. It's literally half the power. Try driving 3-inch construction screws into hardwood and you'll feel it struggle and overheat within minutes. The circular saw uses a smaller blade that limits cutting depth. You're stuck making multiple passes on 2x4s that a proper saw would cut in one go. And those 18-volt batteries? They're probably 1.5 or 2 amp-hour batteries when you really need 4 or 5 amp-hour batteries for sustained work. Read contractor reviews and you'll see the pattern. They bought combo kits, thinking they scored deals, then spent another $400 on high-capacity batteries, because the included ones died after 15 minutes of actual work. That $300 deal became a $700 mistake. The real insult is watching those tiny batteries drain mid-project, forcing constant recharge breaks that kill your momentum. Professional contractors understand this truth. You're paying for quantity over quality, and you'll replace half these tools within a year when they can't keep up. The smarter approach is buying fewer tools, but higher quality versions. Compare reviews between budget combo kit tools and premium individual tools. The performance difference is dramatic. Skip the combo kit hype. Identify the 2 or 3 tools you'll actually use regularly, and invest in the premium versions. A quality drill and impact driver with high-capacity batteries will serve you far better than a cart full of underpowered tools that struggle with basic tasks. Those premium brushless motors make massive differences in power delivery and battery life that reviews consistently document. If you absolutely need multiple tools, watch for individual tool sales and build your own kit with current generation models. You'll spend slightly more upfront, but save money and frustration in the long run because you won't be replacing tools that couldn't handle real work from day one. Number 2 is controversial, but the evidence is overwhelming. Pre-assembled storage sheds. Those cute little buildings displayed outside every Home Depot, promising instant backyard storage. They look solid, they're convenient, and Home Depot will even deliver and set them up for you. Perfect solution, right? Search for Home Depot shed reviews and prepare to be shocked. Those pre-built sheds are expensive particle board boxes that start falling apart the moment Mother Nature gets serious. A typical 8x10 shed runs $2,000 to $3,500 installed. That's a shocking amount of money for what's essentially compressed wood chips held together with glue and hope. Look at the 3-star and below reviews. What do they say? Particle board floors rotting within 18 months. One reviewer posted photos of their shed floor completely collapsing under a riding mower after just 2 years. The moisture turned the particle board into something resembling wet cardboard. The pressed wood siding warps and splits, creating gaps where water and insects invade freely. Multiple reviews mention sheds losing significant portions of their shingles during ordinary thunderstorms with 40-mile-per-hour gusts. That's just normal weather in most parts of the country. And those factory-applied stains? They're basically decorative because they offer minimal weather protection. Reviews consistently show the finish fading and peeling within the first year, leaving bare wood exposed to the elements. Compare this to DIY shed builders who share their material costs online. Pressure-treated lumber and proper construction techniques typically run $800 to $1,000 in materials for a shed that outlasts 3 pre-built units. The labor is a weekend project with a friend, and the result is a structure that can actually withstand weather. Check DIY shed forums and you'll see builds standing strong after 8+ years without major maintenance beyond occasional paint touch-ups. Meanwhile, those pre-built shed owners are on their second or third shed in the same time frame based on review patterns. Here's what should really bother you. Home Depot knows these sheds have limited lifespans. Check the warranty carefully. They see the complaints in their own review sections. But the profit margins are too good to stop selling them. You're paying premium prices for budget construction wrapped in convenient packaging. The warranty process itself becomes another documented headache in reviews. Customers describe spending hours on hold trying to get replacement parts for sheds that are falling apart, only to discover specific components aren't available anymore. The alternative requires some effort, but saves thousands. Buy a shed kit or plans, grab pressure-treated lumber, and either build it yourself or hire a handyman for a day. You'll end up with a structure that uses real wood, proper weatherproofing, and construction methods that don't treat moisture like kryptonite. Total cost, including labor, usually runs $1,500 to $2,000 for a shed that'll last 20+ years instead of 5. The convenience of pre-built sheds is real, but you're paying massive premiums for construction quality that reviews prove won't last. And finally, number 1 on the list. The item that makes experienced builders shake their heads every time. Those cheap extension cords hanging near the registers. You've grabbed them dozens of times. Need a 50-foot cord for the weed whacker? Here's one for $9.99. Powering a circular saw? This $12 cord should work fine, except these bargain extension cords are fire hazards waiting to happen. Check the wire gauge printed on the cord. That 16-gauge wire is too thin for anything beyond powering a lamp. The insulation is barely adequate, and those cheap plug-ins start failing after minimal use based on countless reviews. Electricians on forums consistently warn that these cords can't deliver adequate current to power tools. The result? Tools that won't run at full power because voltage drop is starving them. Overheated cords that smell like burning plastic. And worst-case scenarios involving electrical fires from overloaded circuits documented in consumer safety reports. Read reviews of people using these cords with circular saws. They describe brand new saws repeatedly tripping breakers. Why? The 16-gauge cord creates so much resistance, it starves the saw motor, causing it to draw excessive current trying to compensate. A proper 12-gauge or 10-gauge extension cord costs $30 to $60 and seems expensive compared to those impulse buy cords at checkout. But here's what you need to understand. Extension cords aren't just about length. They're about safely delivering the right amount of electricity to your tools. That $12 50-foot cord near the registers? Check the gauge. It's probably 16-gauge wire that's completely inadequate for power tools drawing 15 amps. Here's the actual math. A circular saw pulling 15 amps through 50 feet of 16-gauge wire loses significant voltage according to basic electrical calculations. The motor tries to compensate by drawing more current, which generates heat in both the tool and the cord. Professional contractors use heavy-duty cords with 12-gauge or 10-gauge wire and quality connections. Check contractor forum recommendations. These cords cost more up front, but they deliver consistent power, they don't overheat, and they last for years instead of months. Contractors describe using the same set of 12-gauge cords for over a decade with daily job site abuse. Those cheap cords would fail in weeks under the same conditions based on durability testing. The real cost of cheap extension cords isn't just replacement expense. It's potentially damaging a $300 tool because you tried to save $20 on the cord. Smart shoppers invest in proper gauge extension cords rated for the tools they're powering. Your equipment runs better, works longer, and you're not creating electrical hazards. Compare the amp ratings on your tools to the cord capacity. Those cheap cords at checkout? They're profitable for Home Depot, but inadequate for serious work according to electrical safety standards. So there you have it. 5 items that smart shoppers actively avoid, from overpriced storage systems to dangerous extension cords. The pattern is clear. Home Depot makes serious money selling convenient solutions that look good in the store but fail to deliver long-term value. The returns tell the story, the reviews confirm it. The professionals avoid these products for documented reasons. Smart shoppers do their research, check reviews, and invest in quality that lasts.